Hello mates, and welcome to the Baron Reviews with me, the Baron. Today's game is Stifled, a sound-based stealth thriller for the Rift and Vive by developers Gatai Games. I should point out that this is a VR optional game and can be played flat screen, but I'm going to be reviewing it with particular relation to the VR experience. Stifled is a game where you blindly splunk your way to a variety of creepy locations as a bunch of scaredy ass child monsters try to fuck you up. Following a car accident, your character has limited vision and the world occasionally appears hazy. The character has to navigate the world by using sound in a kind of echolocation type fashion, throwing stones, making footsteps, and even by talking out loud, which the game then detects through your mic. However, the drawback to this is the creatures of the world will hear you and be drawn towards the origin of the sound. This makes for a really clever cat and mouse type gameplay where you have to use sounds to see, but also use the sounds to misdirect the enemy and lure him out of your path. In terms of horror, this game is definitely creepy with a capital C, but it's not so overly terrifying that it can't be enjoyed by non-hardcore horror enthusiasts. And trust me, I'm not a horror enthusiast. It's kind of counterintuitive, but for a game about having vision that fades in and out, there's actually not really any jump scares, so to speak. It's weird, but the fact that the enemies are also blind made me kind of feel less scared, because I felt like I had the edge in them by being the creator of sounds, and like I felt in control. This made the game feel more puzzly to me, rather than it just being a terror fest. But don't get me wrong, at one point I did shit my pants when I stepped in a puddle, and with the water splash suddenly a creepy kid manifested in front of me, so this game does have its moments. Visually, the game is cool, with the more relaxed parts having you explore realistic looking locations, but in the scarier parts of the game, the protagonist's vision will give it all together, and the world becomes nothing but abstract shapes and outlines. It's a really clever mechanic and looks fantastic in VR. Because of how minimalistic it all is, it's easy to lose your sense of space and direction, but it's kind of fitting for a game about being blind. In audio, the game is A+, and must have an all-star audio department. The mutant baby cries and children's screams are really goddamn chillin' and suit the tone perfectly. There's a lot of misinformation out there about this game regarding VR. I can tell you, the game can definitely be played on both Rift and Vive. The Rift controllers work perfect, but I'm not positive about the Vive's ones, as it was being worked on last I heard. You can also play the game with a controller or a keyboard and mouse. I've read comments about the VR implementation causing motion sickness, as well as the game looking rubbish in VR, but I can tell you that was not my experience at all. Location is trackpad based, and interacting with objects is done through button presses, as there's no hand implementation because remember, this was a flat game first. The game is $20 full price, and that's a bit of an issue for me. It's a really excellent game, but in content there's only about 2.5 hours of gameplay, so a short experience for sure, but if it was on sale then it'd be a no-brainer for me. That's it from the Baron. If you're interested in this game, you can find it in the link below, and until next time, cheers.